Hey guys, I'm Dr. Danielle Richardson from Fierce Clarity and welcome to my very first YouTube video. Well, not my first because there are some of me teaching yoga, but the first one of me talking. Fierce Clarity is a holistic health and wellness company that I started in 2016 to empower modern millennial women to live healthier lives. We do this through feeling-focused yoga, through an emphasis on plant-based nutrition, and through live events and wellness retreats. We really want our clients to take preventative care of themselves and to view health through a holistic lens. So not just focusing solely on physical health, but also including elements of mental, emotional, and spiritual health as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So again, I'm Dr. Danielle and I'm currently a practicing optometrist in Los Angeles, California. You can find me on Fairfax. Shout out to Zach. Woo woo. And I teach yoga. I have a beautiful space. I am living my healthiest, happiest life. But let's be honest. I was not always this person. I was not always living this life, and I was not always my healthiest and happiest self. And that journey from unhealthy Danielle to this Danielle is really a part of the story of Fierce Clarity. So to begin, we have to go back to 2014 where I was a student in optometry school. It was my last year and I was miserable. I hated school. So that was already a problem. And I was also living a very unhealthy lifestyle. I was partying, skipping a lot of meals. I wasn't sleeping well. And it just was compounding. Compounding things together caused me and my body to break down. So that fall, I was diagnosed with severe IBS and no Western medical treatments were helping. So a doctor recommended that I try yoga because IBS is made worse by stress. So I said, whatever, dude, like, sure, I'll give yoga a shot, whatever. It can't hurt, nothing else is working. And so I did. I was in Bloomington, Indiana at the time. I attended IU School of Optometry, shout out to the Hoosiers, and I signed up for a new student special at a local yoga studio in Bloomington. So for that 30 days, I practiced yoga and nothing drastically changed in my life, but a fire was lit within and I was really interested in yoga. So after the fall, like our fourth year of school, we do rotations in different cities. So after the fall, I moved to New York, which is where I was going to begin my career. And although I continued my extremely unhealthy lifestyle, I did sprinkle some yoga in as well. So by the end of that semester, I had made a decision within myself that I wanted to forego a turn-up graduation trip. I didn't want to go backpacking in Europe. I didn't want to go somewhere with a bunch of people. I decided for my graduation present to myself, I was going to go to Bali for a month alone. You know, record scratch, what? I know, it sounds crazy, but I'm a Cancer, I'm really intuitive, and I listened to my intuition, and something in me told me to go to Bali, so I went. And 2 days after optometry school graduation, I went to Bali and I didn't know where I was gonna go or where I was gonna stay, but I really trusted in divine guidance that I would figure it out, and I did. So I landed in Ubud and I spent most of my time in Bali at the yoga barn, which if you ever go to Bali, must go to the yoga barn. Don't miss it. And it was magical. What I realized pretty quickly after being in Bali was that my illness was not coming solely from the physical level. And if I wanted to truly heal, I was going to have to heal on a soul level. So it really got metaphysical pretty quickly in Bali, and I leaned into it. So I was doing yoga, meditation, breathwork classes. I was getting massages, colonics, eating a vegan diet, drinking a lot of water, walking. And mind you, the yoga I was doing was relaxing yoga. So not power yoga or like more upbeat yoga like a lot of us do in the West, but it was, you know, more restorative yoga, yin yoga, yoga nidra, really chill stuff, right? After that 30 days, I lost 15 pounds. I was glowing. Literally, my skin looked amazing. I was happy for the first time in forever, and I was healthy for the first time in my adult life. And I think that being in Bali allowed me to explore some of those healing practices and metaphysical practices that I maybe wouldn't have explored before. Like I went to an intuitive healer and that kind of thing, which maybe might have been esoteric to me prior to. But after being in Bali, I was all in. I said, all of this stuff together has healed me and I must learn more. So when I came back to the States, I ended up leaving New York that year in 2015 and moved to Houston. And while I was in Houston, I took my yoga teacher training. So I started my yoga teacher training with Robert Bustani, which he's an amazing yoga teacher. He's been teaching yoga for like 50 years, like just iconic. But not only that, so I was taking a yoga teacher training and I was really reading a lot of personal development and spirituality books like Living in the Light by Shakti Gawain, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Those types of books really empowered me and propelled me on my journey. So in 2015, I'm doing my yoga teacher training. We come into 2016, I'm still doing my yoga teacher training. And in 2016, I finally find a job in Houston. Guess what? It sucks. It's god awful. I have an hour commute. I have to see like 100 patients a day. It's so stressful. I mean, I'm just really, really in a bad space. The yoga is helping me cope, but the stress of this job in the yoga feels like it's pulling me like this. Suddenly in the spring of 2016, my father passed away really unexpectedly, and that is a true demarcation point in my life. So when my dad passed away, I learned life is short. Life is too short for a job you hate. Life is too short for a career you don't want to be in, and life is too short not to pursue your passions and not to pursue your goals. So I quit my job. I took a few months off, and I found a yoga business development fellowship in Costa Rica, and I ended up going. So in 2016, I spent the month of September in Costa Rica with Amber Sears, and she really taught me, she was my business development coach, and she helped me birth Fierce Clarity. And through that month in Costa Rica, I was able to build my business, and my business at the time was going to focus on wellness retreats. So creating that experience I had in Bali for other women. So that was fall of 2016. We had our first yoga retreat in April of 2017, and it was in Costa Rica. So I wanted to bring things full circle and bring things back. And I had an amazing group of women. It was a retreat focused on just wellness in all the definition of the word, right? In all the sense of the word. So there was yoga, there was meditation, there were personal development workshops. The cuisine was plant-based. We went to the beach. There was a spa on-site spa, a Fierce Clarity staple. Whenever you're coming to a Fierce Clarity retreat, know that there will be an on-site spa, okay? So these women were transformed at the end of this retreat. They had such deep connections with themselves. They felt so empowered, and I felt so inspired by them and by them trusting me. And it really solidified for me that this is the right path. I was and still am so passionate about helping other women find the same transformation that I have found through taking a holistic approach to health. So it's not just about working out all the time. It's about your mood. It's about, what are you feeding yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It's about managing the stress, right? So the Fierce Clarity community is really made up of ambitious, driven, successful women, and that same desire that propels us to success professionally makes us sick personally. So we have to learn how to work with that and how to find balance in our lives. When I was in Bali, my main intention was to find abundance, balance, and clarity for myself, and I took those 3 pillars and I made them the same 3 pillars for Fierce Clarity, except I turned it into wellness, balance, and clarity, because those 3 components to me are what encompasses a healthy and happy life. So really through Fierce Clarity, since 2016, since that first retreat in 2017, we've had another retreat in Sedona. We've had pop-up events in Houston, in Austin, in LA. We have an amazing community of women online on Fierce Clarity Instagram and through our website and our email list. And we're just growing, but the mission and the intention remains the same. Our mission is to empower women, particularly busy, ambitious, type A, successful, diva, you know, that type of girl, to help her find peace, to help her find happiness, and help her find healing, because we have the power to heal ourselves. We do. You have the power to heal yourself from within, but you need the right tools, techniques to get you there. So Fierce Clarity really exists to not only expose you to those tools and techniques that can help you achieve your optimal health and well-being through holistic means, but to connect you with a community of like-minded women who are on the same page. Well, I should say the community is primarily women, but there are some men who get it too, and we welcome them. We welcome them as well. Our mission is to empower you to live your healthiest and happiest life. I am passionate about sharing these things that have been so transformative for me and helping others make the transformation I have made. If I can go from unhealthy party girl to literally the healthiest person most people know, you are capable of transforming your life as well. So right now, what Fierce Clarity is doing in the age of COVID-19, where everything is kind of up in the air, we are really providing inspiring, uplifting, motivational content for our community. And I'm teaching feeling-focused yoga classes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Instagram Live, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. I'm also teaching feeling-focused yoga classes for corporate clients on Zoom. And you can purchase those feeling-focused yoga classes for yourself if you want to kind of see what it's about and do them at home. Really, I am focusing on how I can show up for the community and how we can modify things and adapt to our new normal. But one thing that will remain consistent no matter what changes happen in the world is that I remain committed to the mission of Fierce Clarity, which is to add more wellness, balance, and clarity to your life. You don't have to go halfway around the world. You don't have to go halfway around the world. Healing, health, and happiness is available to you right now. You have to show up for yourself, and you just have to do the work. So I think that's it. I'm so happy that I followed my heart. I'm so happy that I followed my passions. I'm so happy that I listened to God. I feel like I am called to do this work. I feel like I am called to be the leader of this community, and I'm called to embody the values that I live by. So I will always, always, always remain true to that and true to my mission and true to my purpose in life. And right now my purpose is showing up for you, and it's connecting through YouTube, which I've always been so intimidated by, but here we are, babes. So thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, please. I'm gonna start to do more content on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram at Fierce Clarity. We're teaching yoga classes again every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live. You can also find us at fierceclarity.com. There's a ton of wellness content there for you, so you can dive in and read about some of the tools, techniques, and practices that have helped me on my journey and get some inspiration for your own health and wellness journey. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any feedback, want some other questions answered, want to dive deeper, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer and take care of you. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Take care. Till next time. Peace.